Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention the fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this update is for the brand Al Qasr. This is another Middle Eastern brand from United Arab Emirates, and I unboxed and reviewed two of their fragrances before and they were very impressive. And I bought this one for under £20 from United Kingdom. In other places I'm not sure the availability of these things, but where I live you can find it one or two places they selling it for under £20. This is Al Qasr Oud Kashmir Eau de Parfum 100 ml, and it's targeted to unisex, and to my nose it's bang in the middle, so men and women can wear it. In terms of age, I would say 25 and up to be on the safe side, because little bit it smells on the mature side, on the complex side. And occasion, definitely this is better for, I would say, all year rounder, but a little bit better for cooler weather. But it's one of those fragrances that it's got a balance of heavier notes and also lighter notes, so you can rock it anytime, anywhere, but you need to control the trigger. So in warmer weather, less sprays. In cooler weather, more sprays. I put 5 sprays of this and it was ample enough for me to smell myself, but if you want to go outside and people smell you, you need to put more, maybe up to 10. In terms of occasion, this is definitely better suited for going out, evening, formal occasion, a special occasion and things like that. In terms of the smell itself, I'm sure some people will like this, but for me it was a bit of letdown, because when I hear the name Oud, I expect oud in my fragrance. This one doesn't have oud in it, although it's quite woody, but it doesn't have oud. In the dry down you get a smidgen if you dig your nose, but to me that it's not an oud, okay? So, but if your nose is sensitive to oud, you might pick a smidgen of it on your skin. Anyway, in terms of performance, is weak to moderate. For me, it went up to 5 to 7 hours on the skin. If you put on t-shirt, it was went much longer, easily around 10 hours on t-shirt. So I would say moderate to maybe good, but on the skin I would say 6 hours to be on the safe side. On the t-shirt I would say easily about 10 hours it will go. So it's one of those fragrances you can mix it up. You put, for example, 5 sprays on your skin and 5 sprays on your t-shirt and you're good to go, and you can smell it almost all day. So in terms of performance, it's not bad. In terms of projection, it was again moderate. An arm length for maybe an hour, and then after that slowly subside. But you always have a small bubble, small cloud, and a little bit of trail. So again, it's not a huge player. It's not a beast mode by any means. It's on the moderate side of projection as well. So that's again a little bit disappointing, although for the price under £20 we are accustomed to some of the fragrance from Middle East to be a beast mode or very good performer. When we get something like that, it's disappointing. But we forget that majority of European fragrances, which cost 4, 5, 6 times of this, they won't perform better than this or even worse. Okay, so anyway, so you have to put it in perspective, to compare like to like. Is still, for a price under £20, is still not bad. So in terms of smell, let me read you the ingredients. This is according to one of the website I found. So this is it says geranium, rose, peach, sandalwood, oud, vanilla and patchouli. Forget the oud. Oud doesn't exist. Instead of oud, I would say sandalwood is the biggest player here, because yesterday I mentioned in video that I get something distinctly like a bread or a banana feel, and I think that is come from the sandalwood. Sometimes sandalwood gives that feel of bread feel or a banana feel. So forget the wood. Sandalwood is the biggest player here. Probably there is a cedar as well to just give the sandalwood help here. So I can get, yeah, I can smell something little bit incensey, little bit of spiciness, but a tinge of it. It's not much. It's not a huge player. So again, it's not mentioned here that a little bit of incensey, little bit of spicy, and also a little bit of earthiness. Well, the earthiness, it could be come from the patchouli, because patchouli give that earthy, that chocolatey, earthy, rooty, leafy feel. So that is, it could be from there. But I get something else. For example, it said geranium and rose. Okay, I can smell the rose. I can't smell that much geranium. Geranium usually gives the fragrance a little bit of feel of minty, but I don't get, maybe a little bit, tiny bit. And also I can feel something camphrous in here, which is not mentioned. Again, I don't know where's that come from. Yeah, camphrous feel to it as well. So overall, it's a good fragrance for a right person. It's not one of those fragrances that you can recommend or highly recommend to majority of people. This is for people who like, first and foremost, their floral fragrance, because the florals are the biggest player here. Especially from beginning to the mid, the rose is the dominant, plus it says here geranium, but I smell something like jasmine, so giving it that little bit of andolic feel as well, tiny bit, not much. So rose and jasmine are the biggest player here overall, from beginning to the mid. From mid onward, you get feel the woods are coming up more. Again, it says oud. I don't get that much oud, but it's just a smidgen of the woodiness comes up that it might feel like an oud to some people. To me, it didn't feel like oud. Anyway, so overall, it's not a bad fragrance. It's got a good fragrance, especially for a price. Again, we have to put it in perspective. It overall doesn't smell overly synthetic, doesn't smell harsh, it doesn't smell bad, it doesn't smell chemical, none of those. Okay, so it smells quite a decent fragrance. The presentation is fantastic for the price. On the £20, look at the presentation, is amazing. On the presentation only, it's just worth that money. But the problem is, you don't wear presentation, you wear the juice, you wear the perfume inside, and that for me it lets me down a little bit, because of I expected oud, which is not here, and also I'm expecting a little bit of more oomph from fragrances from Middle East, which this one doesn't have. That doesn't have that oomph, that punch, that bold character. It's a little bit on the safe side of things, which is, again, for some people, I'm sure it's good, because they don't want, every time to get something bold and big character that you cannot wear every day. This one most likely is going to be somebody's signature scent. Is so it's good enough, and also it's in a way that it doesn't offend many. Although, as I said, that camphorous and also that bread banana feel, it could be potentially putting some people off. I like it because it gives them a little bit of edge, a little bit of a strangeness. But overall, they are not the biggest player. The biggest player are the florals, so you need to like your florals to enjoy this. And it's for people who like their fragrances to be a little bit on the safe side, a little bit on the easygoing side. So because when you look at the box and the bottle, you think this is going to be an artistic, bold, punchy fragrance, but it's not. For that, I got a little bit disappointed. But if you forget the name, if you forget that, on its own, for a price, is good. And but you need to know your fragrance. You need to like this kind of fragrance. To me, because I got so many fragrances, this one gets lost. So that's why, again, a little bit on the disappointing side for me. But overall, if you like this kind of fragrances, I think some people might be happy with it. So I'm not going to dismiss it completely, because the last one here, this one, is called Qasr Atras Surab. That one was super punchy, super floral, edgy, little bit on the artistic side, and beast mode. So when I bought this, I was expecting similar similar genre or similar performance, or similar being a little bit on the edgy side. It didn't, and that's why I got a little bit on the disappointing side. But I'm sure some people will be very, very happy with this. But for me, which I'm a big collector, I got more than 300 fragrances in my collection. This just easily get lost and it doesn't stand out. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining me. As always, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, hit those buttons. This way you encourage me, you help me, you motivate me to make videos like this in future. Your help, your motivation will take this channel a long way, and I appreciate that. If you like to purchase one of my own fragrances, yes, they are super artistic, ultra beast mode, amazing value for money, 100% natural, and also very, very artistic. But you need to live in the United Kingdom to purchase them. I leave the links in there as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye bye bye.